Hello everyone, welcome back. World University Basketball Series 2023. We are back for our final day, the day of the finals. Boy, oh boy, a lot of excitement over the last couple of days. Right here at Yoyogi National Gymnasium number 2, right up the hill from Shibuya, Tokyo. How y'all doing? Thanks for having us. Great to be here. Great crowds, a lot of exciting basketball, and we are getting ready to jump into the last 4 games here on the final day. My name is DJ John. I'll be your commentator for Game 1, which is Korea University versus University of Sydney, and this will decide the 7th and 8th place teams for the tournament. So once again, we've had a great 3 days here, and right now you have today's lineup of games. Like I said, we're getting ready to see Korea and Sydney. The next game will be Tokai University of Japan versus Pernabas Institute of Indonesia. Played a great game yesterday. The 3rd and 4th place match-off will be Radford University from the United States and Ateneo de Manila University from the Philippines. And the championship, NCCU, Chinese Taipei versus Hakuo University representing Japan. So yeah, what a tournament we've had. You have the tournament layout right there, and that'll give you an idea of what's been happening in this tournament. So yeah, the championship, Hakuo University, who played an outstanding game last night, versus NCCU. So yeah, put your seatbelts on, get ready for some excitement. And we're starting to draw a great crowd already. And we're going to start out with the first game to decide 7th and 8th place in the tournament. Once again, University of Sydney from Australia and Korea University. They're warming up right now down on the floor. And yeah, hope you're having a good weekend. It's Sunday here in Tokyo, and just about 10:52 in the morning, waiting for 11 o'clock tip-off time. 4 games total today, and we'll have our special guest for the very last finals game. Once again, the assistant coach of the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, Ken Hamanaka, who joined us for the last 2 games last night with myself and also my partner Matthew. And he's a really, really wonderful guy, great assistant coach, knows the game, knows what the coaches are talking about, you know, in their timeouts, and gave us some good insights on the teams yesterday. So look forward to that as well. That'll be the finals, NCCU versus Hakuo, Game 4, later on tonight. So now let's look at the rosters for today. We're going to start with Sydney, and that's up on the screen now, so if you'll take a look. And yeah, yesterday Sydney played some really, really good basketball, and there are some players to look out for. Playmaker, number 7, Mikey Yoon, the point guard. Also yesterday, Robbie Moore played a very, very tight and good game. Their shooting guard, number 11, Robbie Moore. And then, of course, the main player for the team, Matthew Washa. And he's at 190 centimeters, the point guard, and he's the playmaker as well. Campbell Green, the center, played a great game as well. And we're going to go to a little VTR on Campbell's game yesterday. So yeah, check out Campbell's work on the screen. Campbell Green, the center, number 21. Making it, dropping it from outside, getting the rebounds, and also working it under the basket like right here. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up for a point. So we're showing some highlights from the work by Campbell Green, freshman center for Sydney. And Sydney team warming up right now. There you see Campbell warming up, put some shots up. Had a chance to say hi to him yesterday. Nice guy, of course. And then now let's go to the Korea side, and we're going to look at first Korea's roster. Some of the key players will be number 9, Kim Tae-hun, number 13, Park Junhyun, and number 18, Lee Donghyun. And those will be some of the key players we're going to watch out for. I'm sure the teams are all very well rounded. So it's not just the key players, but of course it's a team sport. You need everybody to contribute. And we've had some very, very tight matches as well. So and we're going to go to some VTR things on one of the key players for Korea, and we'll see what kind of game we can expect from them today. So once again, WBS 2023. And now highlights for number 18, Lee Dongyan. And you're going to have some highlights for him. Freshman, 198 centimeters. And yep, get ready to give you some BTR of some of his action. Here we go. So we'll definitely keep an eye on him today. Takes the feed and pops in the three-pointer from the perimeter. We've been seeing some hot hands pumping in some three-pointers throughout the tournament. And now we have him working into the paint. Does a quick 360 and pops it in for a layup. So that's number 18, Lee Dongyan, who we're going to be keeping an eye out today throughout the game. Approaching tip-off time. Pretty soon we'll be giving you who the head coaches are, the rosters, give you a rundown, and get you all set up for the game starting in just a few minutes. And once again, we are at the Yoyogi National Gymnasium #2 all day. The last tip-off will be around 6 o'clock. So if you're in the Tokyo area and want to see some exciting college basketball, come on down and see us. We'd love to have you here. And just for your information, Tokyo, we are facing some inclement weather. There is a typhoon headed to western Japan. Shouldn't affect us too much except for some rains perhaps the next day or two. Some of the players do mention how hot and humid it is here in Tokyo, but well, we who live here are kind of used to it, but it's exceptional this year, and a lot of that is happening throughout the world, I'm sure. So once again, the first game today, this will decide the 7th and 8th place teams. Korea University versus University of Sydney.
まもなく演出のため場内が暗転いたします。足元にお気をつけください。
And now we're going to go to the head coaches for Sydney. Tom Garlip, you see him on the screen there. We'll see what kind of game plan he brings out with the team. And then we'll introduce you to the head coach of Korea University, coming right up as Tom gives some final instructions to his team. Sydney does some interesting warming up. They do kind of like a rugby warm-up moves. And it's interesting to see how different the warm-up styles are for each team. And now here's the head coach for Korea, Ju Hee-ju. And Mr. Ju here says congratulations to WUBS for having the tournament 2 years in a row. You know, with COVID settling down, we're finally able to bring you this tournament. And it's very nice to join all of you around the world checking this out on the various platforms, as well as everybody here in Japan. Nice to have you. So Coach Ju giving some final instructions to his team. And as we approach tip-off time in just about a minute and 30, and now lights go down. It's time to introduce the starting roster.
2023ゲーム9
And we'll be starting with
それでは両チームスターティング5のご紹介です。まずはシドニー大学スターティング5 No. 7 マイキー・ヨン
Playmaker Mikey Yoon,
number
number 7.
Robbie Moore.
Number 11, Robbie Moore, played a great game yesterday. Matthew Waka. Number 12, he hit to get high. Number 14, Mitch Bender, center. 21, Campbell Green. Now we're going to go to Team Korea.
続きまして高麗大学校スターティング5 Number 5 Ben Kim
Number 5, Kim Dale.
Number 6 Johan Park
6, Pak Juma. Number 7, Yu Min Soo. Number 9, Jim Taylor. And number 18, Lee Dongyan. And we just saw some highlights from Lee, 198 centimeters, a freshman from Korea University. Now we're approaching time while they're introducing the referees, and we are approaching tip-off time. And we've got the Korea team lined up for the beauty shot for TV and for the audience. Nice little greeting performance from Team Korea. the excitement level is coming up already. The final day of the 3-day tournament. This will decide the 7th and 8th place teams as the teams come onto the court for the tip-off. Team Sydney paying their respects to the referees. And now the players are greeting each other, showing sportsmanship, bowing to the referees. And now we're getting ready for tip-off time. Here we go. WUBS2023, Shibuya, Tokyo, Japan. Game number 1, final day, and we're off to a start. Korea gets the ball, working the perimeter. Takes a 3-point shot, hits the rim, bounces off. Korea gets the rebound. Drives in, no go there, works it back out to the perimeter. Trying to find an open man. Screen into the lane. Open man in the 3-point shot. Top of the key, bounces off the rim. Korea still gets the rebound. They've been getting some lucky bounces off the rebound, so they've had 3 possessions in a row. Trying to drive in, no go there by Sydney. 2-point shot, pops in. 3-0. Korea in the early moments of game number 1 today. And Sydney gets the ball knocked out of his hand. First foul for Korea. Sydney works it in, gets it to Mikey Yoon. Mikey Yoon was also the big playmaker yesterday. Rick Smith takes a spill. And they lose possession of the ball. Ball goes to Korea. They work it in. Sydney showing some early pressure down court. We're already into a press. Korea quickly brings it down court. Once again, working the perimeter to start as they kind of check out each other's defenses. Another 3-point shot, and it's good. Hot hand already for Korea. And that was number 6, Pak Jong-won, who made that 3-point. Sydney now trying to work it into the paint. Back out to Waka in the perimeter. He drives in, puts it up, in and out. Trying to force the shot. Korea now bring it back down. Right now we're seeing a man-to-man defense by Sydney. Drive in, this is the shot. Sydney gets the rebound, working it in, drives in, missed the layup. So we've been seeing a lot of this throughout the tournament. The first quarter, the teams are feeling each other out, a lot of forced shots. Seeing who's able to drive in, seeing who's able to pop some 3-pointers early on. Drive into the center, to the paint, misses the layup. So Korea is trying to break the Sydney defense and trying to drive in. Push the shots under the basket.
Substitution, Shidoni, number 6, Josh Payne.
We have a substitution, number 6, Joseph Payne coming in for Sydney. Korea ball underneath the basket. Work it inbound, finds an open man who is fouled.
Shidoni, number 21, number 3, first master, Timeout, Shidoni, 前半1回目のタイムアウトです。
And that was Pat Rubin who was fouled. Timeout. Sydney. So early on, 7:20 left in the first quarter. It's Korea 6, Sydney 0. And already a couple of three-pointers popped in by Korea. Up for the timeout, and as Korea comes back onto the court. And now we have a three-shot foul. 7:20 left in the first quarter. This shot is good, making it 7-zip. Second shot. And that's Kim Taehyun taking the foul shots. Last shot. Made the first, missed the second, and oh, in and out. Still 7-0 Korea. Sydney needs to get going and get some points on the board just to get started. Cross-court pass to Mikey Yoon. Inside. And finally they get 2 points from the center, Campbell Green. 7-2 Korea, 7 minutes left in the first quarter. So Sydney now can settle down. They've got some points on the board. That always helps to get the team going. Working at top of the three-point perimeter. And nice pass inside. That's number 7. Yoon Min-soo, who drives in for the layup. 9-2 Korea. And Sydney passes off to Joshua Payne, number 6. He forces it up in the game for 2 points, 9-4. And Korea brings it down. Jongwan passes it off to an open man for a nice three-pointer. And that looks like Kim Taehyun with another three-pointer there for Korea. And Sydney will inbound with 6:06 left in the first quarter. Watch out with the ball, trying to work off the screen. Works it into the center, who loses the ball. Watcher gets it back, out to the perimeter. Joshua Payne drives in, gets fouled. No foul. Shot clock runs out. Ball changes possession. Korea will inbound. No pressure at this point of defense by Sydney. Korea brings it down. Open for a three-point shot, and he drops it for 3 for Korea. 15-4. Already an 11-point lead. 5 minutes, 25 left in the first quarter. Korea putting some pressure on Sydney as they bring it down. One thing that's working for Sydney is feeding it into Campbell Green in the center underneath. That's 15-6 now. Korea passes it around. Kim Doon, one of the playmakers. Open 12-footer, misses. Sydney brings it back down quickly. Open in the baseline, three-point shot. And that was Robbie Moore, number 11, the shooting guard for Sydney. Found himself open in the baseline, 3 points. Korea finds a man underneath, and he pops in the layup. Sydney brings it down quickly, open on the baseline for another three-pointer, So Sydney coming back with a couple of three-pointers to cut down the lead. 17-12, Korea over Sydney with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Korea once again working it in. Pak Junyoung makes the three-pointer for Korea, 20-12. And number 11, Robbie Moore tries to drive in, and he's fouled. Fouls by Pak Junyoung, number 6 for Korea. Two-shot foul. First shot good. Korea 20, Sydney 13. Final shot. And it's good. Still a 6-point lead by Korea. 3:48 left in the first quarter. Korea works it down court. And it looks like Sydney now on a 3-2 defensive zone defense. Korea works it to the baseline. Back out to the top of the key. Nice. Oh, that was a nice pass into the paint. And he's fouled. Foul on number 12, Matthew Washout. And that's a two-shot foul coming up. Kim Do-eun, number 5, was fouled in the play. Second shot coming up. Kim Do-eun, the guard for the team, and he makes it, making it 22, Korea, Sydney 14. 3:26 left in the first quarter, and we have a substitution for Sydney. Mikey Young back in the game. He's the other playmaker for the team, along with Wacha. And they work the ball to Robbie Moore at the top of the key. And Joshua Payne is fouled as he tries to drive in. Fouled by number 18, Lee Dono. Three-shot foul. Number 6, Joshua Payne, the shooting guard, makes the first one. Korea still has a 7-point lead, 3:18 left in the first quarter. Second shot. And it's good. Brings the lead back down to 6 points, Korea over Sydney. And Korea throws the ball away. Sydney gets it back. Trying to bring it back quickly, but Korea is back for defense. Nice drive in. Nice pass. That's Nick Smith driving in for a layup. Finding an open lane down the paint. And now we have a Korea timeout, as Sydney is playing a little catch-up, 22-18 with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Right now, wow, number 9, Kim Taeyeon has the hot hand with 10 points, and then number 6, Pak Jung has 6 points. And those are the two leading scorers for Korea, Pak Jung-won. And for Sydney, Moore with 8 points. He's got the hot hand to start. That's Robbie Moore, the shooting guard for Sydney. And then Josh Payne is next with 4. And also Campbell Green, the center, has 4 for Sydney as well. All right, 1:05 left in the first quarter. Korea 22, Sydney 18. So much too early to really gauge which way it's going to go. But right now, Korea kind of has the hot hand with their three-pointers being so successful. Working around the perimeter, trying to find an open lane or an open man. Gets the screen, works it in, finds an open man underneath, off the rim, had a layup. Goes out of bounds, Korea gets the ball back. Their center, Yang Jun, number 11, had a chance for an easy layup, but it kind of rolled around the rim, didn't quite drop in. Korea works it in, Yang Jun, the center. Passes it off. Long three-shot attempt, misses. It to Josh Payne, who followed him in the fast break and for an easy layup. 22-20 now, 2-point differential. And Korea with another three-point attempt off the rim. Giving Sydney a chance to catch up. Missing layups and missing three-pointers. So now Sydney working in the perimeter. Mikey Young has the ball, getting some pressure. And he's fouled as he tries to drive in. And that's a foul by Pak Jong-won, the guard for Korea. And we have a two-shot foul coming up. First one bounces out. Mikey Young taking the foul shot. And he misses the second shot. Korea now works it down. Sydney's getting back quickly for their 3-2 zone defense. Korea is finding an open lane in the paint, but they're not able to produce out of that. Long shot by their center. Yang Jun bounces off the rim. So Korea needs to get some production, steals the ball, drives it down, 1-on-1, layup, good. And that was Pak Jong-won with the fast break down. Sydney still has the ball, missed shot underneath, drives in for a missed layup. Both teams now starting to find a lane in the paint. Foul committed midcourt. Number 7, Mikey Young with a second foul. Substitutions for Sydney. Michael Wacha is back in the game, and also Campbell Green is back in the game, the center. 24-20. Korea with the 4-point lead, 41 seconds left in the first quarter. And now Korea brings it down. Sydney has its own defense, 3-2 defense, and the shot is off the rim. Sydney now brings it down court quickly. We've seen more fast breaks from Sydney, and the attempted layup is fouled. Is blocked. Joshua Payne is blocked. Korea gets it down fast, has a man underneath, and he's fouled underneath by 21, the center Campbell Green. 16.7 left in the first quarter. We have a substitution for Sydney. Taking the foul shot will be number 11, the center, Yang Jun. First shot. good. Giving Korea a 5-point lead with 16.7 left in the first quarter.
One shot.
Second shot. And he makes the second shot, giving Korea a 6-point lead with 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Sydney now has the ball and is working it down court. A little bit of pressure now mid-court from Korea. Now they're backing off. 3-2 defense, zone defense. Forced a three-point shot, goes behind the backboard. Shot clock. And that's it for the first quarter. Korea 26, Sydney 20. So both teams missing a lot of shots, still getting warmed up, just getting started with the first quarter. Right now we're in the first game of the day, the finals day today. And let's look at some points from the first quarter. Joshua Payne with 6, Robert Moore with 8, and Campbell Green with 4 for Sydney. And for Korea, 10 points for Kim Tae-yeon. So he's the big point getter right now, with Park Jeon-won following with 6 points, and Kim Do-eun with 4 points for Korea's side. So now we'll see what the coaches come up with. We talked a little bit about this with our special guest, Ken Hamanaka, assistant coach for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins yesterday. What kind of thing the coaches were saying to the players, hey, settle down, or let's go into a zone defense. And that's the kind of thing the coaches see as the players play through the quarters, and then they try to adjust during the timeouts or the time breaks between the quarters or the halves. (11:22) here in Tokyo, Shibuya, right up the hill from the station at the wonderful Yoyogi National Gymnasium. And we're starting to draw a good crowd, of course. The final game to decide the champion of the tournament will be at about 6 o'clock, game number 4. Game number 2 today will decide the 5th and 6th place teams, Tokai University versus Pernavis Institute, Indonesia. 3rd and 4th place match-off will be game number 3, Radford University from the United States, and Ateneo de Manila University representing the Philippines will decide the 3rd and 4th place teams. In the final, NCCU and Hakuo University. All right, play starts for the second quarter with Sydney getting the ball, and Waka working it in, drives in, doesn't find an open man, pass is stolen by Korea. And Korea trying to work the perimeter, finds an open man for a three-pointer, misses. Sydney gets the rebound, working it down quickly. And we're seeing that more and more. Sydney trying to get the ball down court quickly. And watch your forces a layup underneath the basket that misses. And ball goes out of bounds. Korea gets position. And their center brings it in, passes it to the guard. Park Jeon-won working the perimeter. Finds an open man inside, passes to the center who's open, but misses the layup. Had a little pressure underneath. Wide open for a three-point shot, top of the key, misses. Korea gets the rebound. Korea are getting a lot of rebounds off of the missed shot. Once again, Korea gets the rebound. In some cases, the ball's taking a lucky bounce. They open the lane, drives in, makes it from around the foul line. That looked to be number 6, Park Jeon-won. Sydney now working the perimeter, trying to find a man open inside. And they get it to the center, Campbell Green, who makes it with a nice hook shot, 10-footer. Korea 28, Sydney 22 now, 8:23 left in the half. Korea now has the ball, working the perimeter. drives in, finds an open man on the baseline, puts it up for a three-pointer. And that was Pak Jeonyeon with a three-pointer, the forwards for Korea, number 13. 31-21 Korea. And there's a baseline three-pointer from Sydney that misses. Korea gets the rebound. Substitution, Sydney. Robbie Moore comes back in. Alice Sidhu comes in for Sydney. 7:49 left in the first quarter. 31 Korea, 22 Sydney. 9-point lead by Korea, but still a lot of basketball to be played. So Korea's trying to work it back in. They set up inside, break outside. Open man on the baseline, misses the three-pointer. And there's a foul. And that's Kim Do-won with the foul. Foul on Robbie Moore. And it's a change of position foul. Now Korea showing some pressure. Sydney trying to bring it down court quickly, and now at half court. Mikey Yoon trying to find the open man, tries to get it into Campbell Green, the center, misses the pass. Korea brings it down quickly, finds a beautiful inside pass, but misses the layup. Korea gets the ball back. They settle down, work the perimeter again. 8 on the shot clock. And Sydney pushes the ball out of bounds, off the bounce pass. 6 seconds left on the shot clock for Korea. And they set up for the inbound play. A couple of screens, man gets open. Feeds it inside for a two-point layup. And that was Youngjin, number 11, with a two-point layup. Sydney under a lot of pressure with 6:44 left in the first half. And Josh Payne bounces off his leg, but is fouled by Korea. Foul was by Kim Tae-yeon, number 9, the forward for Korea. But he could have left Josh alone, who bounced it off his leg. Sydney ball inbounds underneath. Finds it to Campbell Green, gets it out to Josh Payne, number 6, for a three-point attempt off the rim. Sydney gets the rebound once again, and this time, three-point shot once again fails by Robbie Moore, shot attempt. Josh Payne drives in, but he's fouled by Korea. And that's Pak Jeonyeon with a foul, fourth foul for the guard for Korea. And Korea makes a substitution. And Sydney inbounds it. Sydney now trying to find the man inside more, and there's a layup. Nice drive in. And that was number 14, Mitch Smith, with a nice drive in for a layup. 33 Korea, Sydney 24. Still a 9-point differential with 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Korea working the top of the key, drives in, finds an open man, back in the perimeter. And Korea also trying to drive it in. Successful two-point layup by Kim Do-won, number 5. Sydney with a nice serve by Robbie Moore for 2 points. The pace is definitely picking up as we draw to a close. 5 minutes left in the first half. Korea now working it down. Sydney giving a little bit of pressure at half court. Oh, nice bounce pass inside. And once again, that was Yang Jun finding an open lane inside for a two-point layup. 37 Korea, Sydney 26. 5 minutes left in the half. And he tries to bounce it inside, gets stolen, and he steals it back, but misses the nice tapping by Campbell Green, the center for Sydney, who taps it in off a rebound. And now Korea works it back in. 3-2 zone defense by Sydney. Bounce passes inside. Throws it cross court to the other side. Two-shot. Oh, nice bank shot on a 20-footer. Sydney now drives in. Open man in the baseline. Perimeter. Three-pointer fails. Bounces off the rim. And we have a foul on Korea. And that's number 5, Kim Dolan, committing the foul. And we have substitutions on both teams, and that would be a third foul for Kim Dolan, Korea. Sydney inbounds. Josh Payne trying to find open man off the break. Robbie Moore tries to work it in. Korea steals it. Fast break. Lays it in. And that was Pak Mubing of Korea who lays it up. Perimeter shot misses by Moore. Korea gets the rebound, but is blocked. Korea brings it back down quickly. But Sydney slows it down. 3:42 left in the half. 41-28, Korea in the lead, 13 points. And we have a foul. And that's a foul by Henry Anderson away from the ball. And now we have a time, Korea. Timeout, Korea. Picking up the pace definitely, but Korea with a comfortable lead, 41 points to Sydney's 28 with 3:39 left in the first half. So once again, the point leaders, Kim with 10 points. And that's Kim Tae-hoon with 10 points. And then we have Kim Dolan following with 8 points. And Pak Jong with 6 and Yang with 6 for Korea. For Sydney, it's Moore with 10 points, Green, the center, with 11, and Joshua Payne with 6 points. So those are point getters and leaders for both teams in the first half so far. All right, timeout ends. Both teams are coming back onto the court. So we'll see if Sydney can do some catch-up with 3:39 left in the first half. Both teams right now playing a fast game, working it down quickly on a fast break off the rebounds, causing a lot of fouls as well. We're looking at a lot of fouls already in the first half, especially on Korea's side. So Korea has the ball now. Korea has been trying to work it inside a lot more now in the second quarter. Attempted three-point misses. That was by Moon Yoo-kyung. And now Mikey Yoon works it down. Looks off a couple of screens, switches. Robbie Moore gets the ball knocked out and stolen. Korea works it down 2-on-1 tries to go for a fancy behind the back pass. That goes out of bounds. Ball goes back to Sydney. Could have done a straight pass. That might have worked better for a two-point layup. Sydney now brings it down court. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Sydney trying to work up the screen to get an open man. And that was Yoon with a forced shot. Sydney gets the ball back. Moore attempts a three-pointer. That's off the rim, and there's a foul. And that's Mitch Smith with a second foul. And we have a player from Korea down. But it looks like he'll be okay. So another shooting foul, and Korea will inbound. And he brings it in to number 6, Patrick Jungwon. Working the ball in quickly. Sydney gets back and sets up quickly for defense. 3-2 zone. Sydney giving a little bit of pressure. Not letting him drive in, but he commits the foul. And that was Henry Anderson, number 20, committing the foul, second foul. 2:23 left in the half. Still a 13-point lead by Korea. Works it inside. Number 11, Yang Jin. Trying to drive in for a layup. Tries to tap it back in, but it misses. Oh, and Korea bounces it off of Sydney player and gets the out of bounds. Bounce it off the leg of Nick Smith. And now Korea will inbound it underneath. Substitution, Sydney. Number 6, Josh Payne comes back into the game. He's their shooting guard. Having a good game so far. Korea inbounds. And we have traveling. So Sydney now at half court. See if they can do a little catch up with 1:50 left in the first half. Mike Young trying to find an open man, gets it inside, and bounces off the rim. That was a shot attempt by Mitch Smith underneath. Korea brings it back down, drives it in, passes it off to the perimeter for an open man, and it's a three-pointer, Korea. And that was number 23, Kim Min-kyu, is in the game. .44 Korea, Sydney 30 with 1:05 left in the first half. So Korea is not letting Sydney catch up. Once again, works it inside, but loses the ball to Sydney. Works it quickly down. Michael Young gives it to Joshua Payne, who tries to drive in, makes the point, and he's fouled. And almost a miracle that shot went in as he just throws it up as he's falling out. Foul by number 9, Kim Taehyun. So the prayer shot goes in. He gets one shot. And it's good. 44 Korea, Sydney 33. Cutting the lead to 11 points with 46 seconds left in the half. Korea now working it down, getting half-court pressure. And he's fouled by number 7, Mikey Yoon, who was trying to put pressure on Korea player. 40 seconds left, second quarter. Korea 44, Sydney 33. And as Korea works it down court. .14 left in the shot clock. 28 game clock. Korea tries to work it in, tries to pass it inside, but it's intercepted by Joshua Payne underneath. So now Sydney sets up for the final shot. They'd love to see a 3 to break out of the first half. And it looks like Josh Payne, Waxter is open. Josh Payne puts it up and falls short, but Sydney gets the rebound and pops it in for 2 points. And that was Mitch Smith underneath who gets the final 2-pointer. Korea 44, Sydney 35, and that's it for the first half. So a lot of back and forth, but Korea with kind of a comfortable lead, 9 points, 44, Sydney 35. Game 1 today, the finals day. Hey, stay with us. Lots more basketball coming up. WBS 2023. Hey, we're back. WBS Series 2023, finals day. Game 1, deciding the 7th and 8th place finishers, Korea University versus University of Sydney. And it's right now Korea 44, Sydney 35, and getting ready to jump into the third quarter. Let's look at some of the point getters for both teams. For Korea, leading the team with 10 points, number 9, Kim Tae-hoon, followed by 8 points, and that's number 5, Kim Do-hoon, and 6 points by number 6, and that's Park Jeonwon. Leaders for Sydney, and that's 10 points, and that's for number 11, Robbie Moore. 9 points for Joshua Payne, number 6, and their center, Campbell Green, one of the players to watch out for in the Sydney team. And Campbell Green's got 8 points for the first half. So now we're getting ready to tip off into the second half. Third quarter coming up. Exciting college basketball, WUBS 2023. And here we go, Korea inbounds. We'll see if we get a different look on the each team's defenses. They both seem very effective. Finds a man inside, he drives in, misses the layup. Works it back out to the perimeter. Feeds it back inside. And out of bounds. Still Korea ball. Korea takes the shot from the perimeter. Gets the rebound. Another 3-point attempt, top of the key. Tips the rebound into back to Korea's. And now Pack is trying to find an open man, but bad pass. Sydney gets the ball. And now Sydney brings it down court. That's Mikey Young. Passes off to Joshua Payne. Finds Mikey Young inside, and there's a foul. That's Park Jeonwon, number 13, with a foul. And Sydney will inbound underneath the basket. Sydney's kind of forcing the passes right now. 3-point attempt misses. And Korea with the rebound. Coming down fast. Sydney has time to set up. Open man in the perimeter for a 3-point shot. It's good! And that was Kim Do-hoon with a 3-pointer for Korea. Sydney now working in the perimeter. Feeds it in to Campbell underneath. He's not open. He's heavily defended. And he's fouled as it goes in. Matthew Wachab finally gets some more production from him. He's been kind of quiet the last couple of games. Mikey Young doing a lot of the game playing duties. And Wachab gets 2 off the shot and is fouled for an additional foul shot, 1 shot. Korea 47, Sydney 37. Shot misses, Korea gets the rebound. 47-37, 10-point deficit. Korea in the lead, 8:22 left in the third quarter. And Korea works around the perimeter. Trying to find an open man off the screen. Foul line. And back up to the perimeter for a 3-point shot. 2-point shot. 49-37 Korea. And Campbell's getting double team, a lot of pressure. Still sitting the ball. Robbie Moore will inbound it. So Korea is really keen on Sydney's center, Campbell Green. Korea once again knocks the ball out of bounds. Sydney will bring it inbound underneath. Mikey Young inbounding. Passes it out to Wesha. Nope, that's Joshua Payne, sorry. Off the rim on a long three-point shot. And Korea brings it down. And still working the perimeter, trying to find an open man or an open lane. Passes it to the baseline and finds a man inside. Double fakes. Sydney getting ready for a substitution. And there's a foul. And that's a foul on number 9, Kim Tae-hoon. And Robbie Moore inbounds. And Sydney works the ball around the perimeter. They'd like to catch up with a few more points, but loses the ball in the pass. Quick break by Korea. Sydney gets back in time. Korea loses the ball. Sydney brings it back quickly, but there's a block. Had a chance for an easy layup, but it's blocked by Korea. Around the perimeter, drives in for a layup, and it falls in. And that was Pat Mubin. And Joshua Payne works the top of the key. Trying to find an open man, passes it to Robbie Moore, and there's a foul. Substitution Korea. And Kim Min-kyu comes in for Korea, number 23. And Sydney inbounds. A lot of pressure by Korea on defense. Korea tries to open the lane, passes out to an open man in the perimeter. Misses the shot, and there's a foul on the play. And it's a foul on Henry Anderson, number 20 of Sydney. Ball goes to Korea. A lot of pressure by Sydney at half court. Korea now setting up for a play, working some screens. And takes a 12-footer, banks it in for 2 points. That was Kim Dong for Korea. 18-point lead by Korea, 55-37. 5:22 left in the third quarter as Korea gets ready for another substitution. Sydney working the perimeter, trying to work it in. Mikey Young trying to look for an open man. Passes off to the perimeter, who drives in, and that's Robbie Moore. Misses the layup. Kind of forced the shot. Korea coming down fast underneath, is open, and rocks it in. Young Jun for Korea, 2 points. 20-point lead by Korea now, 4:53 left in the third quarter. And Sydney takes a three-point shot. Robbie Moore from the perimeter misses. And we have a foul, and Sydney is getting ready to substitute 2 players. And that's the 4th foul for number 20, Henry Anderson. Korea now inbounds, bringing it down half court. Sydney not putting pressure on at half court right now. Korea is moving the ball very well. And they're also driving in. Oh, and mishandled ball. Sydney ball. Sydney inbounds, and Mikey Young brings it down. Mikey Young. And he drives it in, passes out to the perimeter. Joshua Payne gets it in and puts it up to the Josh Payne, one of the leading scorers for Sydney. 57 Korea, 39 Sydney. 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. And Korea once again opening it up the lane, looking for somebody to drive in or work off the screen. Fakes a 3-pointer, goes in for a 2, and it's good. And that was Park Junwon, number 6, making the 2-pointer. 20-point lead for Korea. 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Goes up for a layup, he's fouled, but misses the layup. Foul by Park Junwon, number 13. 2-shot foul. Johnny Woodcock will be taking the foul shots. And there's a substitution by Sydney. Number 3, Kieran Shiba comes in. Alexander Sidu, I'm sorry, number 8 comes in. Foul shot, no good. 2nd shot coming up. Second and final foul shot. Hits the rim, bounces off, no good. 20-point lead by Korea with 3:30 left in the 3rd quarter. They're pulling away. Sydney is not able to do any catch-up at this point, missing their foul shots and missing layups. Korea now works the perimeter once again, finds a man underneath. The pass isn't quite there. Out of bounds. Korea ball. Substitution, Korea.
Number 17, Hyun Yoon.
Number 17, Yoon Ki-chan is in, 194-centimeter forward for Korea. Korea inbounds under the basket, 3:15 left, 3rd quarter. Drives in for an attempted layup at and that was Kim Min-kyu, number 23 from Korea. Opening up the lead even further. Mikey Yoon drives in, puts the layup up, but misses. We're seeing too much of that from Sydney, missing their layup as they drive in to the basket. Korea now, they drive in, but they're making their layups. Sydney now at the top of the key, but there's a foul. And that was number 0, Lee Gyeong-hee with the foul. .23 23-point lead by Korea, 2:36 left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd shot, good. So Mitch Smith makes his foul shots. They need to keep doing that. Korea now working the ball. And they're doing that so well, working the ball around the perimeter until somebody's able to drive into the lane for a layup. Three-point attempt is off the rim. Sydney tries to bring it down quickly. And Moore passing it back and forth. Moore misses the pass, and there's a foul as Korea brings it down. So now Kim Min-kyu will take the two shots. And now a substitution for Sydney. Kieran Siba comes in for Sydney, number 3. First shot. Falls in. Kim Min-kyu makes his first shot, increasing the lead 64-41. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Second shot. And he makes it in for a 65-41 lead. Sydney tries to break it in. It's almost stolen. Wide open underneath. All alone under the basket. Makes the layup. Korea brings it back down under pressure by Sydney. Working it around the perimeter quickly. Sydney's having a tough time trying to keep up with the passes. Drives in for a layup, and he's fouled. And that was Johnny Woodcock with the foul, 14th foul. And the Korean player is okay. He took a spill, hit the floor pretty hard, but he's okay. Two-shot foul. And that's Lee Kyung-hee taking a foul shot. First shot good. And that's definitely another big difference that we're seeing with Korea making a lot of their foul shots. And Sydney missing their layups. Off the rim, Sydney gets the rebound, brings it down quickly, 3-on-2. Korea gets back. Sydney trying to quicken the pace. And drives in. Forces the shot back and drives. And that's Alexander Sidhu with a two-point forced layup that drops in for Sydney. Korea now gets the ball, working the perimeter once again. 2-2 offense. Drives in for a layup off the rim, but Korea gets the rebound. Works it back out. Hey, they battle for the ball. Korea retains possession. Ball hit out of bounds by Sydney. Inbound play, passes off, gets it down. Pat Jungwon, playmaker, that's on the open man. The shot is off. He didn't get the shot off before the time clock expired. We're adjusting the game clock. Sydney will inbound with 53 seconds left. 21-point lead by Korea. Mike Lee trying to bring it down quickly. Drives in, tries to force a shot up, blocked by Korea. Comes down one-on-one. For an easy fast break, 2 points. 68-45, 33 seconds left. Korea in the lead with a nice margin at the end of the third quarter. And that's Robbie Moore with a layup for Sydney, 2 points. 18 seconds left. Last shot of the quarter. Korea slows it down. 10 seconds. Man inside, wide open for 2 points. Wow. And that was in the 13th. Pagijonion with 2 points. Finally, wide open under the basket. And that's it for the third quarter. Wow. Korea 70, Sydney 47. So Korea is definitely running away with it. And we'll see if Sydney can try to bounce back. Still the whole fourth quarter to come up. So yeah, they need to just kind of resettle themselves, figure out what's working, what's not. They're getting inside, but they're not making those layups once they get free inside and get those passes. So if they can get that going, they might have a chance. Still with the top scorer for Sydney with 12 points is Robbie Moore. And then Joshua Payne following with 11. Their center Campbell Green, 8 points. And then Wacha and Smith with 6 points each. And for Korea with 15 points is Kim Deung, their guard at 183 centimeters. With 12 points is number 9, their forward Kim Taeun. And with 10 points, really good distribution by Korea, number 11, Yang Jun. And most notably, number 23, Kim Min-kyu, who came in later on in the game, is being very productive with 9 points. So that's the point getters for both teams. But right now, yeah, all the pressure is on Sydney to come back quickly and start making those layups on the drives. And they need to start popping some three-pointers as well if they're going to have a chance at all in this first game. This decides the 7th and 8th place teams. Korea University versus University of Sydney. And we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter. And we're starting to get a really good crowd in the gymnasium as well. And people will be really coming in with home country boys, Tokai University battling for 5th place against Perubanas. And then, of course, the final, Hakuo University will be up against NCCU, Chinese Taipei, for who's going to be the champion of this tournament. All right, Sydney inbounds. Mikey Yoon finds an open man. Gets it to Robbie Moore, who's fouled. So Korea is playing tough defense inside. They're just not giving him a free drive under the basket. And that's leading Sydney to kind of force things underneath. Nice pass off or a two-point shot off the backboard by Mikey Young. So if they can keep those kind of plays up and play some defense in Korea, they've still got a fighting chance. 70 Korea, 49 Sydney. Korea now working it in. Once again, they open the lane for somebody to drive in. Finds an open man in the perimeter, feeds it into a baseline shot, attempted shot that misses, gets a rebound. Korea still has the ball. Three-point shot from outside, off the rim. Sydney gets the rebound. Now Mikey brings it down. Drives in, passes it off, but he's fouled before he can pass it off. Mikey Young appealing to the referee. Look, he got me here. But Korea gets the ball inbound. And now they're looking at top of the key. Back to the top of the key from the baseline. And nice pass inside, but he's heavily guarded by two Sydney defenders. And they kick the ball out of bounds, so Sydney gets the ball. Korea 70, Sydney 49, 8:35 left in the game. And Sydney brings it down. Robbie Moore bringing it down court. Tries to drive all the way to the basket, misses the layup. Korea now back to their perimeter game. Waiting for somebody to break into the lane off the screen. Three-point shot by Korea is good. Kim Doan with a three-pointer with Korea. They pull away with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Here's a drive by Sydney, And Josh Payne is fouled as he tries to drive into for a basket, but he's fouled. And that was Kim Min-kyu with the foul on Josh Payne. 8 minutes left in the first game. Korea with a commanding lead, 73-49. And now Josh Payne lines up for a foul shot. Two-shot foul. First shot bounces off the rim, no good. Second shot coming up. And that also in and out of the basket. Now Korea ball, they're bringing down court. And they find a player who drove in, that's number 17, Kichan, but they lose it on the pass. Three-pointer attempt by Sydney, off the rim. They get the rebound, Mikey Young, three-pointer, and it's good. Mikey Young with a three-point shot. Korea 73, Sydney 49. Out as they wipe the floor. And we have a substitution for Korea. Korea inbounds. And Sydney trying to build out some pressure at half-court line. Finds a man open inside. Sydney knocks it out of his hand, gets the ball back. Mikey Young quickly bringing it down court. Top of the key, open man for a three-pointer, and that is good. And that was Jian Shiba with a three-pointer for Sydney. Korea 73, Sydney 55, 7-10 left in the game. And Mitch Smith comes in as a substitution for Sydney. And now Korea inbounds. Sydney giving full court pressure. Maybe a little bit too late for that. And finds an open man inside. And there's a foul. No foul, no foul. There might have been some traveling. Sydney inbounds. Goes to number 12, Matthew Atta. Isolated, drives in. So that seemed like a foul before the shot, so he's got a two-shot foul. So it's a one-shot foul, so the points did count as he was fouled, laying it up into the basket. 73-57, Korea in the lead with a big lead right now with 6:42 left in the game. Korea passes it around the perimeter once again. This has been working for them all night long. Pass it around the perimeter until they get a man open to drive in. Korea gets the rebound underneath, fights for it, passes it out to an open man in the perimeter. Shot clock down to 6. Three-point attempt. It's good! He was just inside the line, so that's a two-point shot. Once again, that was Kim Min-kyu working right off the line. 75-57, 6:03 left. Korea once again drives in for a layup. And we have a man down, he's grabbing his leg. See, Korea 77, Sydney 57, 5:53 left in the game. And we have a man down. It looks like he's got a cramp on his leg. The entire Korean coaching and team draw down to make sure he's okay. It looked like a leg cramp, but he's up and able to walk off on his own 2 feet, so he should be okay once the cramp subsides. Okay, a quick break for an injury, and now we're back to the game. 5:53 left in the game. Korea 77, Sydney 57, and Sydney will inbound the ball. And the referees made sure that the substitution was properly checked in. That's happened now, so now back to the game. That's Robbie Moore trying to bring it down quickly, and success with a 2-point layup. Korea now bringing it back down. And a steal by Mikey Young of Sydney. Tries to bring it in himself, finds an open man underneath, passes it off, misses the layup. Sydney retains position, 3-point attempt, off the rim. Missed layup and missed 3-point by Sydney. And that's kind of been happening all night long. That's why you're down by so much. And layup by Korea, 79-59, back to a 20-point lead. 5 minutes left in the game. And Matthew Waka is fouled as he tries to drive in. Puts the shot up and doesn't fall in. And the center, Campbell Green, number 21, is back in for Sydney. And Sydney will inbound. Robbie Moore doing the honors, passing it off to Wacha. Back to Moore. Tries to drive it inside, finds an open man outside. Now to Wacha at the top of the key. Turnaround jumper off the rim. Loose ball, they're fighting for it. Jump ball. No, it's not a jump ball. They're giving possession to Korea, number 24, Moon Yo-hyun. Inbounds it. Finds an open man close to midcourt. Passes it back to him. Crosses midcourt. Korea now. Double team. Finds an open man on the sideline, on the baseline. 3-point shot missed off the rim. And off the hands of Korea. Sydney gets the ball with 4:35 left in the game. 20-point lead by Korea. Sydney inbound, 4:33 left in the game. Robbie Moore trying to bring it down quickly. And we have a foul. And that was fouled by Kim Min-kyu, number 23 of Korea. And Wacha will get a 2-shot foul as they clean up the baseline of the court. And now, 2-shot foul, Matthew Wacha. Second shot, off the rim. So just one shot success in the foul there. 79-60, Korea in the lead. 4 minutes left in the game. Korea working it around. Into the paint, and then there's a foul line shot that falls in for 2 points for Korea. And that was Kim Min-kyu, number 23 for Korea, with a 2-pointer. Sydney now trying to work it in. Behind the back dribble, misses the layup, and popped in by number 14, Mitch Smith. Coming up on the final 3 minutes. Thrown out of bounds.
Substitution, 高麗大学ナンバー18、ロンジュン・リー。
So Korea will now inbound. Sydney giving full pressure. Sydney crossing the line. Korea now working the perimeter. And Sydney steals the ball. Long pass to number 14, New Jersey. Layup, Mitch Smith. Korea now brings the ball back. And working it around the perimeter. Sydney's having difficulty really keeping up with the passes. Drives in, attempt to lay up off the rim. Mike Lee brings it down to Wacha. Drives in under the baseline. He's fouled, misses the layup. Foul by number 23, Kim Min-kyu with his 3rd foul. Well, Sydney has cut the lead down to 16 now. 65 Sydney, AU and Korea, 2:54 left in the game. And the shot bounces off the rim. Sydney fights for the rebound. Korea gets the ball, bringing it down quickly. Open man in the baseline, takes a 3-point shot. It's off the rim, no good. Korea gets the rebound, works it back out. Once again, in and out of the basket on the 3-point attempt by Korea. Sydney gets the rebound, Matthew Wacha bringing it down court. To the perimeter, shot by Mikey Young that falls short, goes out of bounds. Korea ball. Korea with a comfortable 16-point lead, 2:25 left in the game. Substitution, Kieran Shiva, number 3, comes in for Sydney. Mikey Young takes a break, and he played a great game. Once again, the pace setter, the playmaker for Sydney, number 7, Mikey Young. Korea inbound, under some pressure, bad pass. Sydney steals the ball, 3-point attempt. Off the backboard, no good. Korea brings it down. Oh! So that looked like an offensive foul. Number 18, Ling Donggun. Sydney has a player down. Looks like his leg is hurting him a little bit. Number 14, Mitch Smith. He's trying to walk it off, loosen it up as we clean up the under the basket. And Sydney will inbound. 2:08 left in the game. Game number 1 deciding the 7th and 8th place teams. Korea University versus Sydney. Sydney brings it down. 3-point shot off the rim. Korea now brings it back down quickly. And Sydney comes back to set up the defense. Bounce pass misses, goes to Campbell Green, passes off. Sydney for a 3-point attempt. That bounces off the rim by Kieran Shiva. Foul on the play. So with 1:46 left in the game, that's about all Sydney can do is just bring it down court and try to pop in some 3 points, but they're being disliked by the basket, getting off the rim, in and out. or just missing it and hitting off the backboard. And Korea now will inbound. Sydney putting pressure on. Korea gets it on their side of the court, winning it around the perimeter. Baseline, three-point jumper, good, wide open. 65 back to your man. And Robbie Moore makes the two-pointer. 1:16 left in the game. Korea drives it down, misses the two-point shot. Sydney now bring it back down. Matthew Waka is fouled.
高麗大学生演技42サードパーソナルシドニーフリースローセッション
Okay, and watch here, we'll have a two-shot foul. 1:07 left in the game. First shot good. Korea 84, Sydney 68. One more foul shot left. He puts it up, and it's good. So watch here, it's starting to rack up some points, but a little bit too late. Korea brings the ball down. And Sydney knocks it out. Korea now under a lot of pressure, obviously, by Sydney. Foul. And so Henry Anderson fouls out. And number 8, Alexander Sidhu comes in, replacing Henry Anderson, who's fouled out. Battle for the ball. Sydney brings it down. Fast break. Misses the layup. Once again, we've been seeing way too much of that by Sydney. They've got to make those layups. And Korea now just slowing it down with 30 seconds left in the game. Top of the key. Still working the perimeter so well. They've been doing it all day long. And the ball goes out of bounds. Ball goes to Sydney. Working ball around the perimeter. 11 seconds left. Puts the shot up off the backboard. Korea brings it down for the final shot of the game. And that's it for game number 1. Korea 84, Sydney 69. So Korea will be the 7th place team, Sydney in 8th place. So that's game number 1 for the day. This is the day of the finals. Next up will be Tokai University versus Pernapas Institute of Indonesia. Tokai from Japan, obviously, and that will be for the 5th and 6th place finishers. Game number 3 will be Radford University from the United States versus Ateneo de Manila of the Philippines. They have played some really good basketball. That's going to be a great game for the 3rd and 4th place finishes. And then game number 4, the final, NCCU. Chinese Taipei versus Hakuo University. That's going to be an exciting game as well. So that's it for the first game. This is our final day of competition. The World University Basketball Series 2023, brought to you by Senko Red Eye. So, Yoyogi National Gymnasium number 2. We just finished game number 1. As the players say their thank yous to the court and to the audiences. And we're going to be back very shortly for game number 2, Tokai University versus Perbanas Institute. And both of those teams have been playing some very, very good basketball. So that's going to be a great game. My partner Matthew will be here to host the game, so please stay with us. all day long. Some exciting basketball. Come down and see us. We'd love to see you here. I'm DJ John. I'll be back for game number 3. Once again, thanks for joining us. And yes, exciting World University Basketball Series 2023. Don't go away. We'll be back. Stay with us. Thank you.